Hi guys, Mr. May here. I've recently been looking around at current accounts and one that's caught my eye is the Santander 123 current account, and I've had a look at the terms and conditions and I just thought I'd share those with you, and I've just done some basic number crunching to see at what point it may be beneficial to actually open one of these accounts to earn possibly above average credit interest. So let's just have a quick look at the overview of the Santander 123 current account. Just as an aside, I've got no affiliation with this account. It's purely from a personal finance point of view that I had a look at it. So I'm just going to run through the headline terms and conditions, but you need to go to the website, check out the Santander 123 current account terms and conditions. There you'll find these in details, and you need to make sure that you're happy with these before you go ahead with the account, and of course go in, talk to the people at Santander about these. But just a quick overview as how I understand them. Basically there's a £5 monthly fee to run the account, which equates to a figure of £60 per year. You've got to pay in at least £500 per month. You've got to have at least 2 active direct debits per month. That's 2 amounts going out by direct debit. They could be to either gas, electric, water firms, or your Sky TV or your mobile phone contract. There's no credit interest on balances below £1,000, although the monthly fee is still charged. So basically, if you've got an average balance that's less than £1,000, it may be worth your while having a look at other accounts that are in the market, as this one probably isn't suitable. But again, this will depend on how much you're getting in cashback from the account, which we'll cover below. Also, if you've got a lot of money in the account, well, basically the account pays interest on credit balances up to £20,000, but anything over the £20,000 you will earn 0 interest on that. So basically that will be dead money in the account. So under no circumstances really do you want any more than £20,000 in the account at any one point. Interest is calculated on a daily basis and paid monthly on the account. So if each month you're putting, say, I don't know, £1,000 in the account, but then the direct debits go out and it takes the balance under £1,000, you'll only earn £1,000 for the one day that it is over that amount in credit. And that is the same with the other interest rate bands on the account, which we'll cover again in the next slide. So I've just put there as an example, if the account is only in credit by £1,000 for one day, the credit interest that you'll receive will be approximately about 2.7p for the month, and obviously you'll get charged a £5 monthly fee. So again, it may not be suitable for you. You need to have a look in greater detail at that. And then the final thing is, or the final thing of the quick overview is, cashback is available between 1 and 3% on direct debit values that are going out of the account. This basically is dependent on the type of bill being paid. So it could be, if it's a utility, you'll get between 1 and 3%. I can't remember which amount it is. So depending on what bill's being paid, depends on how much cashback you will earn. Also note that if it's a bill that's not covered by the cashback scheme, then you will earn no cashback on that value. So I just did some basic figure work on the account to see when it would be worthwhile actually opening one. So if we just run down the spreadsheet that's in front of you, on the left, you've got the average balance. That's the average balance that you'll maintain in the account. The next column here is the annual fee, which is always £60. That's £5 a month. Then I've calculated the credit interest based on the average balance amount. Then I've calculated the net cost benefit of the account. That's the credit interest less the fee. And then I've calculated an adjusted interest rate, which is basically the interest rate after the fee is taken off the credit interest earned. So I have not on this spreadsheet included any figure for any cashback amounts. Now, if you do earn, this is the worst case scenario basically that I've calculated here, but any cashback will obviously reduce the impact of the annual fee. So if you earn cashback of £5 per month, which would be £60 per year, then it's going to negate the annual fee. So your adjusted interest rate figure here will be a lot better. This is kind of the worst case scenario based on the direct debits not qualifying for a cashback value. But any cashback, like I've just said, I'll reiterate, any cashback that you do receive will be to the benefit and increase this adjusted interest rate. So basically, if your average balance is under £1,000, you'll earn no credit interest. You'll get charged your annual fee of £60. So your net cost of the account will be £60, and that basically is a negative interest rate because it's costing you to run the account. It may be worthwhile that you look elsewhere to see if there's a better deal. Again, if your average balance is about £1,900, then you'll earn interest at 1%, but this interest will only equate to £19 a year, so the net cost of the account again will be £41. That's a negative interest rate of about 2.16%. Again, it's going to cost you to run the account. This is if you don't qualify for cashback, as I've said before, but it will cost you to run the account if this is the case, and it may be worthwhile you looking again elsewhere. 2,900, the account is almost on break even, that's excluding cashback. So again, it's costing you roughly about £2 a year to run, and that again is a negative interest rate. So it may be worthwhile, as I've said for the previous two scenarios, you're looking elsewhere. There may be better deals out there in the market. Where the account comes into its own basically is when you have an average balance for the year of over £3,000. So if it's 3,900, your credit interest is £117, £60 to run the account, that's £57. Your net benefit that you're getting per year, which equates to effectively 1.46%, which in all fairness is a reasonable interest rate. And it's similar to this being a current account. It's instant access, so you get the benefit of having access to your cash, although obviously if you fall into one of the lower bands when you're withdrawing cash, then you're going to start to incur the costs of running the account. But it does give you that potential value of your money being instant access if there is an emergency or something like that where you need the money quickly. And then as you see, as we move up the scale from 4,900 to 19,500, the benefit gets greater and greater, and eventually, sorry, just scroll the screen on too far then, eventually you get a greater benefit, and the interest rate, certainly from 6,900 onwards, the interest rate starts raising up 2% and over, which at this day and age, you're going to have to tie your money up for quite some time to get that sort of return. So you can see that even with the charge, this is excluding the cashback, you are getting a decent rate of return, and it's going to be hard to beat these for even on the fixed term deals at this point in time. So you can use this simple cost benefit analysis calculator. You can also go on the Santander website. They give you there's a calculator on there to work out how much you would be or you would benefit or the account would cost you. So do your own due diligence to make sure the account's right for you. But as you can see, when you get over a certain amount, the interest rate that you've earned, even after the fee, is quite reasonable, and it may well beat the other deals that you're looking at. So I hope you found this useful. Just a quick plug for the website, mrmay.co.uk. You'll find other ramblings on there, or you can contact me via the Twitter at Mr. Moan AE. That's Mr. Moan about everything, that stands for. So, just a few quick final thoughts on it. Don't forget the Santander account, the interest rates that are quoted are variable, so that means that Santander can move them up or down whenever they like, and if they move them down, then obviously the account may become less competitive. The monthly fee could be increased. They've already increased it from £2 to £5, which is a massive hike. So there's no reason why they couldn't put that up to £10 in the future if they so wished. And also, you've got to make sure that you're abiding by the terms and conditions of the account. So just make sure that you're paying in the relevant minimums, and that you've got your 2 monthly active direct debits. I've only covered the credit interest aspect of the account. There are some terms in there if you go overdrawn, and you need to look at those carefully, as you do with the credit interest scenarios, to make sure that this is the most beneficial account for you. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found it useful. Gives you food for thought to check out the current state of the current account market. Thanks very much. See you next time.